Hello students, this is Professor Samoshi and welcome to our channel Adsul Polytechnic. So students, in today's video, we are going to see the constructors in derived class. So let's start the session. So students, we have already seen the concept of constructor. What is constructor? If the name of function is same as that of class, it is called as constructor. म्हणजेच काय जर क्लासचं नाव आणि फंक्शनचं नाव जर सेम असेल तर त्या फंक्शनला आपण कन्स्ट्रक्टर म्हणतो. So in inheritance, the constructor can be declared inside the base class as well as the derived class. So the constructor which is declared inside the base class, जो कन्स्ट्रक्टर आपण बेस क्लास मध्ये डिक्लेअर करतो त्याला आपण बेस क्लास कन्स्ट्रक्टर म्हणतो. अँड द कन्स्ट्रक्टर विच इज डिक्लेअर्ड इनसाइड द डिराइव्ड क्लास त्याला आपण कन्स्ट्रक्टर इन डिराइव्ड क्लास किंवा त्यालाच आपण डिराइव्ड क्लास कन्स्ट्रक्टर असं सुद्धा म्हणू शकतो. So in this example, we have created three classes. The first class is class alpha, the second class is beta, and the third is class is gamma. So here we have created the multiple inheritance. First, from alpha and beta, these are the two base classes, and from those two base classes, we have created the third class, or we have inherited the third class, and that is nothing but class gamma. So here I have written class gamma colon public beta public alpha. So we will see the example. So first we have created the class alpha. Then inside class alpha, I have declared one variable. In protected section, I have declared one variable. The name of variable is x. So integer x. Now in the public section, you can see the name of this constructor or name of this function is same as that of class. So that's why this is the constructor. म्हणजे या क्लास मध्ये आपण काय केले, एक अल्फा नावाचा कन्स्ट्रक्टर यूज केलाय विच इज ऍक्सेप्टिंग द पॅरामीटर. जो काय करतोय, आय नावाचे व्हेरिएबल ऍज अ पॅरामीटर म्हणून ऍक्सेप्ट करतोय. याचाच अर्थ दॅट मीन्स दॅट दिस अल्फा कन्स्ट्रक्टर इज अ पॅरामीटराइज कन्स्ट्रक्टर. So we have to give the value to variable x. So as we have seen how to write the body of parameterized constructor, x is equal to I. The variable name is x and I is the parameter. So I have written x is equal to I. Now in this statement, I have just written or I have displayed the message that is alpha is initialized. एक message आपण काय केलाय, display केलाय. At the same time, in this alpha class, I have created one another function and the name of function is showx. So showx function आपण कशासाठी यूज करतोय, in order to display the value of x. ही जी काही एक्स व्हेरिएबल आपण घेतोय, एक्स ची व्हेरिएबलची जी व्हॅल्यू आहे ती डिस्प्ले करण्यासाठी आपण काय करतोय, शो एक्स नावाचं फंक्शन यूज करतोय. त्यासाठी आपण स्टेटमेंट लिहिलं सी आउट एक्स इज एक्स. नाउ नेक्स्ट वी हॅव क्रिएटेड वन अनदर क्लास. द नेम ऑफ क्लास इज बीटा. सो it is just similar to this class alpha. Here also we have created one variable y. Here we have created the variable x, and here we have created variable y. So in the public section, we have created the constructor. The name of function is same as that of class. So that's why beta is a constructor. It is accepting the parameter. That's why it is a parameterized constructor. And how to write the body of parameterized constructor? Y is equal to j. Now in the similar manner, here we have written the statement alpha initialize. Here we are going to display the message beta initialize. Here we have used the function show x. Here we are using the function show y. And here we are displaying the value of y. So in alpha, we have used constructor alpha. In beta, we have used constructor beta. Here we have used function show x. Here we have used the function show y. Now we are deriving the third class. The name of third class is gamma. This gamma function or this gamma class has been derived from the two classes. The first one is beta and the second is alpha. So if one class derives the properties from two or more base classes, it is called as multiple inheritance. So here it is showing the multiple inheritance. Now here we have taken two variables. The first is n variable and the second is m. Now in the public section, we are going to create the third constructor, and that is nothing but gamma. In class alpha, we have created the constructor alpha. In class beta, we have created the beta function, and in class gamma, we have created the constructor gamma. So now all these are parameterized constructor. So now here we have to supply the parameter to this alpha constructor. as well as we have to supply the parameter to beta constructor. So we are going to supply these two parameters from the derived class constructor. So here this gamma constructor is declared inside the derived class. This class gamma is nothing but the derived class. So we have declared the gamma function inside the derived class. That's why this is nothing but the derived class constructor. Now it is also a parameterized constructor because here it is accepting 4 parameters. But actually here it requires only 2 parameters for variable n and variable m. But here we have taken 2 additional parameters. So why we have taken these 2 additional parameters? Because we have to pass the parameters to this alpha constructor as well as beta constructor. So how to write the statement? First I have used the gamma constructor. Then I have taken 4 parameters, out of which a parameter is given to constructor alpha and b parameter is given to constructor beta. So among these 4 parameters, 2 parameters are already assigned. So we have only 2 parameters, the integer c and integer d. So integer c I am going to apply to variable n, and integer d I am going to apply to variable n. So here I have written the statement m is equal to c and n is equal to d. And in this statement here we are going to display one message, that is gamma initialize. In the similar way, here we have displayed the value of x, here we have displayed the value of, so in this function show mn we are going to display the value of m and value of n. So here we have displayed the value of m and n. Now students, we have 3 constructor. So we have to invoke the constructor, and as we know that constructor is automatically invoked when the object of its class is created. So in void main function we are going to create the object of third class, or that is derived class. So what is the derived class? The derived class is gamma. So here we have created the object of this gamma class, and here we are going to supply the 4 parameters. The first is 5, second is 7.5, the third is 30, and the fourth is 100. So as this gamma constructor accepts 4 parameters, here it is accepting 4 parameters. So the parameter a is nothing but 5 points. The parameter a is 5. The parameter b is nothing but 7.5. The c is nothing but 30, and d is nothing but 100. So here we are passing 4 parameters. So here the a parameter is given to constructor alpha. So for alpha constructor, we have passed the parameter 5. We have passed the parameter 5. Now for the beta constructor, we are passing the parameter b. B means the second parameter. So what is the second parameter? 7.5. So here you can see this beta constructor is accepting float parameter. That's why here we have sent the float value 7.5. Now this 30 value is given as parameter c. So c we are going to assign it to variable m, and the next is 100. This 100 value is given to parameter d, which is assigned to variable n. So here we can see that here we have passed first parameter, that is a parameter to constructor alpha, the b parameter to constructor beta, and then c and d parameters to m and n. So here we have passed the 4 parameters to 3 constructor or 4 variables. Now here I am going to call all the functions. So first I am going to call show x function, okay, where we are going to display the value of x. Then we are going to call show y function. So here we are going to display the value of y. Then we are going to call show mn. So show mn, where we are going to display the value of m and value of n. And after that we are going to write the get ch. So when we create this object and pass 4 parameters, it is going to invoke the gamma constructor. First the gamma constructor will be invoked, and then this gamma constructor will invoke the constructor alpha and beta. That means alpha and beta are the base class constructor. Why? Because alpha and beta constructors are declared inside the base class. So these are the base class constructors. So we are invoking the base class constructors from this derived class constructor. So what is the use of derived class constructor? whenever we want to invoke the base class constructor, we will require the derived class constructor, because we are not going to create the object of base class. Here we are not going to create the object of beta, we are not going to create the object of alpha. So if you are not going to create the object, this constructor will not be invoked. Why? Because the constructor is invoked when the object is created, and we are not creating the object. So how the constructor is going to be invoked? So in order to invoke the constructors in the base class, we will require this derived class constructor. So what will be the output? First, the statement beta initialize will be displayed. Then the second statement alpha initialize displayed, and then the gamma initialize statement will be displayed. So we have passed the value 5 to this 5 value is passed to constructor alpha. So the value of x is equal to 5. Then we have passed the 7.5 value to constructor beta. So it is showing y is equal to 7.5. We have passed the value 30 to mn function, 100 also to mn function. So this 30 value will be given to variable m, and 100 value will be assigned to variable n. So it is displaying m is equal to 30 and n is equal to 100. So students, in this way, we have seen how to invoke the constructors of base class from the constructors in the derived class. So students, thank you.